7-0 decision in season opening action against Minnesota Duluth. Tonight here in Mankato, the 6th ranked Bulldogs scored 3 goals in the first. I got a single in the second and another one in the third. Coach Harrington, let's start with the your thoughts on the game tonight, if you don't mind. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what your comments are here as we begin the press conference, please.
Well, actually, I thought we started the game quite well, and it seems like an awful long time ago, but certainly Duluth took advantage of some turnovers in the first period, and they cashed in on those, and they we had a couple chances to get some good quality shots on goal, and didn't get enough on the puck, or didn't shoot the puck well enough, but. That first period, with the goals they put up there, and then I think after that, Duluth just played a solid game the rest of the way and waited for a couple opportunities, got the power play goal, and then got the goal in the third too. So, didn't win a lot of areas of the game. It was hard to find something in there, at the end of the day to be positive about. I mean, we're too good in the face-off circle. Lost one that cost us a goal. Power play, is look good in practice, but it's a different thing to execute in a game, and we've got to do a better job on the power play right there. So, thought a couple of our young players got some ice time and did a good job, and showed well in their first college game. So I was excited for them, but we've got to, take a good look at the tape here and get this thing back together and be ready to go tomorrow.
I'm going to ask a couple of questions. We do have a couple of reporters online, Daniel McElroy from the MS Reporter and Kevin Dudley from the Free Press as well. And after I ask a couple questions here, we'll ask you guys to join in if you'd like to ask questions. Otherwise, you can check in via the chat feature as well to ask questions. So I guess it seemed like in the first and second period that we got off to a good start, just couldn't convert on a couple of opportunities. We weren't able to sustain it. UMD in the first period, it was kind of an odd period in some respects, is that the shots were relatively even. We had scoring opportunities, just couldn't convert, and UMD made the most of their opportunities in the first period. And in the second period, it was kind of reversed. They outshot us. Calla had a really good first period. They did score 1 goal on us, but Calla was pretty solid and stemming the tide a little bit. But it would have been interesting to see if we'd be able to score at the beginning of the first or at the beginning of the second and see what would happen from there.
Well, we seemed to come out with some energy in the start of those periods, and probably all 3 periods, we do that, but we've got to be able to sustain that. And certainly mentioned to our team after the game that when things don't go good, that's the time we have to step it up. We have to come back and rebound with our effort right there. We just can't say, boy, I hope something goes well and kind of turn this around. We've got to think collectively with the idea that all together we have to try to turn this around. So I would say that we had some good starts to the period there, but then if something went bad, that's when we need to have a big rebound shift, and we can't sag again and let them continue to carry the momentum.
You talked a little bit about, referred to your newcomers getting some ice time tonight. I thought that a couple of the kids actually had decent showings in their first attempts at playing college hockey there with Sidney Langseth, and I think you had also Jamie Nelson playing on the second line there. And those are a couple kids with some skill, and expectations are that, and probably we're going to have to ask them to contribute offensively right out of the chute for us here in their first years of college hockey.
Well, I think we've noticed with those two, especially, and you could, probably have Maddie Mashuga in that group too, that it's easy to notice them in practice, or other players notice them, that they do have some offensive ability and some poise with the puck, and hang on to it. And they both did a good job tonight. And yeah, we did put them in there. We gave them that opportunity. They deserve that. And what they've shown in practice, and they made some plays with the puck, and we, to put two freshmen like that out on the penalty kill and have them do a pretty good job of that. They think I'll tell you, they have skill, but they think the game well. And you can see that when they play.
Kevin and Daniel, if you'd like to ask questions, please use the chat feature to let me know what they are, and I can ask those questions for you. I guess one of the things I would ask is relative to the fact that this was your first game of the year. And you haven't had a chance to review any of the game tape, obviously, but you got to come back right back tomorrow. You got a 3 p.m. face-off against the same team. What would you like to see your team do, Coach, differently when you face the Bulldogs again tomorrow?
Well, I think we're just going to have to play a grittier game. If I know that word gets used a lot, but I mean, it's the ability to go in and get involved and not, be playing the puck so much. And we've got to get in people's way, and we've got to go in and fight for pucks. And then once we win them, we've got to try to maintain possession with them. I thought, well, we did have a couple of shifts where we had some zone time, but we've got to get pucks to net too. I mean, we've got to get good scoring chances there and get the pucks in. Third, I just think that ability to maintain and to maintain our effort. And then when we get in situations where we have to, or the things maybe aren't going right for us, maybe we have to kill a penalty, or maybe they get a goal. And that's when we really need to bear down, and we have to come back and be able to just kind of take back the game a little bit and give ourselves momentum. So, and get that help from the bench to pick things up for us too. So that's what I'd like to see, is our just ability to generate a little bit more offensively. And I know we can do that, and just be able to rebound when things don't go well. You've got to have that ability to bounce back.
Okay. Maybe a little too early to tell here, but what did you learn? The first outing to actually see your team in competition, did you learn anything, John, after watching your team the first outing here tonight in this game against UMD?
Well, I think the one thing is just that, there's obviously not as much time with the puck. I mean, after watching us in practice and doing things and playing pretty much against ourselves, I think obviously we come in our first game, we're playing a top 10 ranked team, an established power, and they're good. And I think that's the big thing, that when you see that and learning from that, and what we did is that we have to find that next level now. We have to find that game level. That practice level is over that we've been in a lot, and I think we've got to get into that game level, and that's what we need to do when we come tomorrow, is bring a higher level of play.
Okay. Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.